Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. How about this? All right, all right, all right. Enough of that. Enough of that. What's up, everybody? My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti. You can call me whatever you'd like. You guys all deaf now? I see it was red. It went red on the meter. Bad, bad, bad. What are we doing tonight? Things, some giveaways. Last week catch-up giveaways. This week giveaways. So there's going to be 8. That's going to be crazy. My alarm will go off at 10:30 to get us started on that. Q&A, Glide Repairs, Acrobat Duo software, and giveaway, super fancy rig software shenanigans, potentially. We'll talk more about that in a bit. Hope everybody is at home, not going outside, or else I'll come to your house and hit you with a metal folding chair for spreading the virus to old people and potentially others' parents and grandparents and killing them. Stay home. All right. Enough of that. Is that working? Yeah, it's working. Sick. Yeah, let's get going. Who's in here? 661FPV is here. Alex Dalton, Big Willie FPV, Brent Vogelsang, Gapman FPV. That's a cool name. Jake Schuiler. Why is that so hard to pronounce? Schuiler. There it is. Schuiler. Sorry, Jake. Ken Hill is here. Quad Fleeben is here. Mongo FPV. Mr. Blair. Mr. H. All the Misters. Nathaniel LaBouffe. Parts for Bent Toys. Rob Axelson. Supercell FPV. Billy is in the house. Techno FPV. Tiago is in the house as well. Mr. Ramos. Techno FPV. And how on earth do you pronounce that? Obsquad. Obsquad with a funny symbol in front of it. What's up, Obsquad FPV? And I see a bunch of other people just popped into the participant list. For you, FPV, I don't think I read that one. Big FPV, I don't think I got you. Leviathan, didn't get you. Wait, what? There's Leviathan, and then there's Levitation. Levitation, wow. Levitation. All right. First, I start the stream pointed at my face instead of on the other monitor. Now, levitation. We'll end it on that one. Marcelo Romero, we'll end it on you. I think I didn't read you. Noah liked the Ark as well, just because it's a cool name and it caught my eye. Thanks for coming. If you came over from Joshua's channel, this is how we do it. We make mistakes. We point cameras at the wrong places. I butcher people's names. It's great. It's great. It's great. Killer B is in here as well. Let's go up to the top of the chat here. Oh, okay. No. First, if you want to get on tonight's 8 giveaways, you got to go to the Patreon link somewhere down here. And you got it. So the way the Patreon works, for $3, you get in the door. You get access. I've spent a ton of time in there putting up early edits, rough cuts, writing articles about filtering, PID loop, all the good stuff. Some of it surrounding micros, but also 5-inch stuff, tiny whoop, everything, top to bottom. So $3 gets you in the door. That's my main care, is because I want to get this knowledge into your guys' hands so that you don't have to make the mistakes that I made and waste time and get frustrated and quit the hobby over and over again just to jump back into it the very next day, and just wasting lots and lots of money. So yeah, that's what I'm concerned with. But I wanted to give back, so we started doing giveaways a little bit ago, and it's been super fun. So if you want to do the $5 a month tier, you'll get entered into every Monday night giveaways for Tiny Whoop and toothpick stuff. The $10 giveaway tier is 3-inch micro brushless kind of stuff, more Acrobat type, 100 or 200-ish gram all up weight stuff. And then the $20 tier is for 5-inch parts. This way, if you only have 5-inch rigs, you can only get entered into 5-inch giveaways. If you only have a Tiny Whoop, you can only enter into Tiny Whoop giveaways, right? If you have all of them, then there's a $30 tier which enters you into everything. That is putting you into 12 giveaways a month, and you'll get lots of fun stuff, as the folks who are in that tier already have. So that's how that works, and then we do one Super Chat giveaway per week. So there's the 4 giveaways. Tiny Whoop, toothpick, 3-inch micro brushless, 5-inch mini quad, and Super Chat giveaway. So you've got 22 minutes if you want to get on those tonight. Hit the link down here and do the thing in the place, and we'll get you on in there. And it'll be fun. What else? If you want me to read your question, you got to type @CiottiFPV into your chat and then type your question. By doing that, and you can do this with anybody's name, it lights the comment up in orange for them, and it just makes them able to actually see it, because the chat will start scrolling fast, and I'm doing other stuff, so I just kind of glance over and look for orange. So if you're asking a question over and over again, you're not getting an answer, that's why. You're not highlighting it in orange. Highlighting it in orange. There we go. OG folks, do me the favor, I always ask. If you see somebody asking a question, a good question for me, just copy it, paste it, tag me, and give them credit, so that I can give them a shout out for the excellent question. Discord link down here as well. When you join the Patreon, you automatically get put into the Discord with special privileges, blah, 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 hibbity, hobbity, hoobity. I don't spend much time on Discord, fair warning, but all these other guys do, and they're all very, very smart. The OG folks in this stream are just as smart as I am. So, like in the chat, when somebody's answering your question, trust it for the most part. All these guys in here are really, really seasoned pilots that are really good at building and just know their shit. So, yeah, trust them. The chat stays with this video, so the next 1,000 or so typically people that watch this live stream will be able to see what you guys are up to, I guess, over here in the chat. So, yeah, you're here with me. I just have the camera pointed at me, for better or worse. FPV Therapy is a group that I created over on Facebook for those of us with mental illness that love to fly. If you could just search for FPV Space Therapy, and you'll find it on Facebook. Yeah, I've suffered from mental illness issues for a long, long time. I've done a lot of therapy and taken a lot of pills to get it under control. And I want to share that with people, because one of the hardest things about mental illness is that it goes undiagnosed more often than not. Somewhere in the ballpark of 1 in 5, we're just going to say, people deal with mental illness stuff. So there's plenty of people in your life dealing with it, maybe even you. Head on over, you'll learn something, you'll be a better human being for it, and yeah, it's a good thing. You've got friends that have got it. You've got family members that have it. If you understand it, it'll really help your relationship with them. And when they ditch out on you or something like that, you'll understand why. They don't hate you. Their brain is just a dick. It sucks. But what are we going to do? We wake up every morning. We try our best. So yeah, head on over. FPV Space Therapy, and you'll find it. Affiliate links are down here as well. If you are buying something from GetFPV, Banggood, or Amazon, and you hit one of my affiliate links, you don't even have to buy the thing that you're hitting the link to. It drops a cookie in your browser and gives me credit for it or whatever. Up until potentially this coming month, all of the affiliate link money and Patreon money and all that stuff goes right back into the hobby. This coming month, because of the virus and freelancers like my wife losing all their clients all at once, I might actually have to use the FPV money for bills and food and hopefully toilet paper if I can fucking find it. So yeah, other than that, I made sure that I loaded up on stuff though, so the giveaways will continue. But yeah, just so you guys know, I try my damnedest to keep all of the FPV stuff separate, and yeah, kind of like the whole point to the Patreon was so that I had a little bit more budget. Kristen and I have a lot of college debt, and we live in a little apartment, and we're we only have one car between us right now, so it's always been a little bit hard to kind of like test X motor versus Y motor versus Z motor, because I could typically only really afford X motor. So it's nice to have a little bit more budget to actually put towards the hobby for you guys to test some stuff and to give more info other than, I've tried 2 of this size motor and this one was better. If I can try all of the 1507s, for example, I can give you guys better feedback. So yeah, that's that. Patreon, we talked about that. All right, we're good. Cool. So we've got 17 minutes to fire off some questions, and then we'll get rolling on the giveaways, and then we will do some building. This is going to be a big week. I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. And I haven't talked about this because I don't know if I should or not, but fuck it. My mother has breast cancer, and I was supposed to be flying up to New Jersey to be with her for the surgery this coming Friday, but that's obviously not happening now. So we're just going to do as much Skyping and FaceTiming and whatnot as we possibly can. So yeah, but I didn't. So at work, my PTO recycles on April 1st, so I had to take it anyway, so I just left it in there. So when I'm not talking to my parents, I will be hopefully streaming. I have a ton of stuff that needs to be fixed, repaired, built, so I'm hoping if I can keep my brain in a good place, which is unfortunately a big if, but this is just, I know myself. And this is going to be a little hard. This is going to be a rough week. I mean, I can't think of a worse time to have cancer as a 70-year-old with the flu, the corona, the COVID, trying to fucking attack us. But yeah, that's going to be this week. I'm really going to try. Like, I'm really going to try hard to keep my head up and be able to stream a bunch for you guys, because I think it would be really fun. And I weirdly, like, sometimes will not build or repair stuff because I want to stream, but if I'm in a really bad headspace, I can't bring myself to stream. That's something that depression is really good at. So yeah, that's going to be this week. I'm really excited for it, so hopefully I can make it happen. But again, unfortunately, no promises. All right, moving on. What are we doing? Chat stuff? Let's do the chat. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Who spelled my Mr. H? Really? Aerin? That might be the most insane spelling of I've ever seen, and the way that I spell it is pretty effing crazy, which is Ahren. Who knows? Supercell says, did you get the Revolt fixed up and put big on it? I didn't put big on it, but I saved it. I wanted to do it here tonight or this week. So, yeah. Oh, let me... I didn't refocus this. That must have been annoying. All right. What's up? What questions do we have? Well, I know there's questions in here, but yeah, same shirt as yesterday, Gap Man, because it's just that good of a shirt. I figured that anybody that missed yesterday's stream deserves the chance to look at the most glorious shirt of all. And quite frankly, if you don't believe in something on this shirt, then eat my ass with a spoon. Don't actually do that, but just believe these things because they're real. Science is real. Facts are real. Sorry. Killer Bee made it. What's up, Killer Bee? And I wear shirts more than once because, you know, why the hell wouldn't I? Roscoe, thanks for the $2 Australian. Much appreciated, my man. And the cool little, what's that, a pear? What's that, a pear with a headband and glasses? Woo! Killer Bee jumped on the Patreon. Very cool, man. Welcome to the club. What else do we have? Roscoe saying hello. And, hey, look at that. We're caught up. Very cool. And BF. Beta Flight. Yeah, right. I assumed you meant Beta Flight. Crunked, what's up with you, man? Jake Schuler says it's pronounced Sky... Really? Schuyler is Skylar. I'll be damned. Skylar. Oh, I can see it. Okay, I can see it. Very cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
That's like you with Aaron, though, like when your name, how it's spelled. Like,
yeah, right? That's true. All right. What do we got? What are we doing? Ask some questions. Jeez, you guys are usually pounding me with questions this early. You know what? It's going to be a slow night probably because whatever happened with Joshua to not put the notification up for him probably happened to me. So, hey, there are some questions. Big Willie FPV says, have you tried the Emacs Eco 1407s? And if you have, do you have an opinion on them? I have not, although I did get an email from Emacs this week. So I placed an order for some Emacs stuff directly from their website, and one of the guys packaging it, I guess, bounced my info up to one of their marketing folks, and yeah, apparently they know of the stream, they know of us, and they want to work together. So that is super exciting. They're sending me a replacement 1606 for the V1 Acro Brat and I don't want to get the name wrong. Hold on. It's the new one. What's the new one called? I want to say Tiny Hawk Race, but I also don't want to get the name wrong. There it is. What's the official name? It is. Okay, good. Tiny Hawk 2 Race. Yeah. So they're sending a Tiny Hawk 2 Race, so we'll torture it as we do. And yeah, I'm super excited about that. This is the first like full-blown email that came in like, hey, we want to work together. I've reached out to people and said like, hey, here's what I'm doing. If you want to be involved, absolutely let me know. I would love to work with you guys. I have, X, Y, and Z of your gear, and it's been great, blah, blah, blah. But this is the first time somebody's reached out to me, and that's super cool. So thank every single one of you guys. I know there are one or two of you that on the Emacs Facebook group said, hey, you should send this to Ciotti. He would love to test it on his live stream. So, hey, maybe it worked. And I have a soft spot for Emacs because the very first FPV drone that I bought was a Baby Hawk, the original white plastic OG version 1 Baby Hawk. And that started all of this about 2.5, 3 years ago, I guess it was now. So yeah, I'm super duper excited about that. And I can't wait to bash the shit out of this Tiny Hawk 2 Race and see how it holds up. You guys know me. Durability is a huge part of what makes a good drone great. So let's go for it. Shit, let's do it. And I'm also psyched to be able to use some of my 2-inch props again. I haven't used 2-inch props in forever. Yeah, this will be cool. I'm excited about this. So I have no idea why we were talking about Emacs. Oh, the eco motors. Yeah. So what I do know about their eco motors is that the 2306s and the 2207s, like, I've yet to hear a bad thing about them. Everybody and a lot of people that I trust have told me that they are awesome. I actually have a set now that I'm looking forward to running. The choices for 2306s that are lightweight are kind of limited, and they are lightweight. So yeah, that'll be... I can't wait to run those, and maybe we'll see some of the smaller eco motors in the stream soon enough. I'm going to try to get the review for this, so I'm going to do a live stream review once I've had some time to fly the Tiny Hawk 2 race. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll fly a bunch of batteries on it safely, and then I'll start actually flying it after that. And I can all but guarantee that by the time we do the live, and this is kind of a good thing anyway, by the time I do the live stream review, it'll be broken. So we'll look at what blew up. We'll do basically what I'm going to be doing is short live stream reviews. So I'll put a fancy thumbnail up, I'll schedule it out, and so you guys can be here with me. And then basically in the stream, you guys can ask questions. My thought process is every single review video I've ever watched misses like 2 or 3 big questions. And I'm hoping that you guys being in the stream will catch me on those. So I'm going to try to keep them to like 10 to 15 minutes because I want them to be short. They're going to show up on you. So live streams show up on YouTube just like full, uploaded edits. So I think that I can forego the editing process in Premiere by just doing these things live. And as long as I keep them to, 10, 15 minutes, it's not like this 2+ hour commitment of a regular stream here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm relying on you guys to show up to these and hit me with questions that I'm missing. So that should be cool. I'm super excited about that. And then on the regular streams, what I also want to do is tear these things down. So once I've put a bunch of batteries through it and more than likely broken it, we're going to pull it apart and we're going to look at what I would replace, what needs replacing from whatever abuse I've hurled at it, and like simple things that you can maybe do without replacing motors or replacing flight controllers, or change this plastic piece of hardware to metal, and it'll be a lot more durable, stuff like that. So we'll do like budget minded mods, I guess we could say, and we'll spend like an hour doing that. That'll be like a full length stream. So that's my plan. Hopefully nobody else jacks that plan because I think it's going to work really well. I've been kind of thinking about it for a while, and if I talk about it, then I'll have to do it. So you guys make sure I do it. That's your job in this thing. All right, back to the chat. We've got 6 minutes, and I see some orange in the chat. So Roscoe says, sorry to hear it. That's all right, Roscoe. We're gonna make it work. Okay, we got that. Crunked saying, hey, Supercell. Here we go. Here's where I left off. Crunked is ripping balls. APEC FETEC rig. Is that how it's pronounced, right? FETEC? FETEC? 2207 and a half, 1860. Good lord, that's a lot of power. Putting together a rip video from this evening. Very cool, man. Supercell, what difference would you make tuning a quad for racing over freestyle? So, racing, you're going to leave the iTerm relax up at 20. You're also going to run... You're basically going to pay more attention to tuning iTerm when you're tuning for racing. Because the iTerm, having that properly dialed in, is what's going to control and keep the rig nice and steady through the corners when you've got like a steady state pitch and roll set, set point put in. So that's mainly the thing that I would kind of focus more on, and then you would tune P and D. But that's kind of it. I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference between a racing tune and a freestyle tune, if I'm totally honest. Big Willie FPV, okay, yeah, we talked about that. Crunked, we talked about that. And Crunked is asking about the T-Motor Pacers. Where are they? Did you know that I have them? Is that why you're asking, Crunked? Did you see them in the thumbnail? Where did OBS go? There it is. So, T-Motor has sent me a couple prototypes in the past. This is the first time that they're sending me a production motor, and 2207.5, and these are 2550 kV. They're gorgeous. They have that really cool setup with the O-ring between the bell and the hub, which I love. Between the bell and the stator, rather. A lot of things I like about this motor. They have the new style bottom plate, which saves a little bit of weight. This is not the size that I prefer. 2207.5 is a hell of a lot of motor. These are heavy because of that. I would expect that because of the size. It's going to make up for it with just a tremendous amount of power. So if you're into that kind of thing, which is very fun, it's very fun to fly rigs that are super powerful. For me as a pilot, it doesn't necessarily make me a better pilot. I spend a lot of time waiting to come down with a big shit-eating grin on my face, luckily. So yeah, if although racers seem to love the 2207s, 2208s, because they have use for that power. But for me, as a freestyle pilot trying to stay close as possible to objects, that's just how I prefer to fly. That's the footage that I like the look of. I prefer a 2306, but I can't wait to fly these because I always have a lot of fun on big power motors. So these, maybe tonight, probably this week, are going to get put onto my existing 4S rig, my 4S Glide. And yeah, I did a bunch of photography, which you can see on the Facebook page for CiottiFPV. And then I'm going to do a review video for them and probably give them away. Hopefully I still have 4 good ones left by the time we get to the giveaway. I'll try my best for you guys. So yeah, big thanks to T-Motor for sending these over. Very, very cool of them. And you guys, one of you guys will have them soon enough, hopefully. All right. 2 more minutes. Phone's going to go nutso. Or I might have changed it to 11 o'clock. I forget. T-Motor Pacers or F-Series is T-Motor a money grab? Crunked, I can tell you that T-Motors are definitely not a money grab. So here's the deal with motors. A motor that's $25 has a titanium shaft. That is a big chunk of that price increase. These eco motors, basically motors that are less than $25, you lose that titanium shaft almost always. I don't think I've ever seen a motor that's less than like 25 or 24 that has a titanium shaft. They go to a steel shaft, which is still plenty strong, not quite as strong. What's interesting about the steel shaft is steel bends before it breaks. Well, steel bends, titanium breaks. Let's just say that. Eventually, steel will break, for sure. But for the most part, and especially when we talk about our motors, a steel shaft will bend and a titanium shaft will full-blown break. Now, that might make it sound like, hey, I'd rather have a steel shaft, but a bent motor shaft, you're not flying that motor. That's going to put a ton of vibes into the frame and into the gyro, and that motor is pretty much useless to you. I mean, you can then swap the bell out and all is well, but you can do that as well with titanium. So for me, I spend a couple extra bucks and get the premium motors with the titanium shaft, because if I take a big slam that would have bent the steel shaft, there's a chance the titanium shaft will survive and it won't bend. If I do hit it hard enough to break it, it's fine. I don't care. It would have ruined the steel shaft anyway. So I am cool with that. That is my take on motors, and that is the giveaway alarm. So let's dive into the giveaways. Let's get those knocked out, and then we will do some work. You get what you pay for with motors, period. There are certain motors out there that are unusually fragile. Nowadays, they are few and far between. So, for the most part, buy the motors that look the coolest. I know it seems insane to do that, but 99% of the reviews that you're going to get on a motor on Facebook, on the internet, are someone who has run 1 or, in a lot of cases, 0 other sets of motors. And that's not a review that means anything to me personally. Unless you've tried all 10 of the different motors that are available right now, a review doesn't mean a thing. So look for the Kebabs, look for the Nick Burnses, look for these guys who are very well established, who have done the testing on a lot of other current stuff. Those are the reviews that you want to trust, and those are also the reviewers that are going to be telling you exactly what I am, because I've sort of been there. I haven't been able to test as much recent stuff as those guys have, but seems like maybe I'll get there if things keep going the way they're going with Emacs and all the other awesome people that have helped out. I'm gonna forget people, but Tweet FPV, Stan FPV, Tiny's LEDs, which we're gonna see in a little bit. Get FPV, link down here for Get FPV if you guys want more of the $50 giveaway gift card giveaways. I'm gonna forget. So I'm just going to stop there. FPV Cycle, yes, Kebab hooked a brother up with some toothpicks and some prototype stuff. So yeah, very, very cool of the folks who are on board, and let's just keep it going. You guys are doing it with me. I really appreciate it. But yeah, these Pacers seem great. They seem great just like the iFlight Zings, just like the TOAs, just like all these other new motors. So yeah, buy the motors that look the coolest. You heard it here. Mr. Blair with a super interesting question. What's your mission statement? Off the top of my head, my mission statement would be providing FPV knowledge so that you guys don't have to waste the money and make the mistakes that I have. My journey in this hobby was fraught with frustration and quitting the hobby and having my best friend in the world, Brad McManus, talk me back into it, and then a week later him quitting the hobby and me talking him back into it, and then 2 weeks later me quitting the hobby. We did that back and forth for the better part of a year as we built and crashed and tried to figure out how to work Betaflight. And so the times have changed a little bit. Betaflight's a lot easier, and the amount of resources available now is completely different. Back then, Bardwell was just getting started. RC Groups was the spot. Like, we had to go spelunking through RC Groups threads to find any knowledge or info to fix the issues that we're having, which is a real pain in the ass. So nowadays, having people like videos like Blue Falcon, like Joshua, like all the other guys, Rotor Riot's instructional videos are great. All the other pro pilots have instructional stuff on their channels. It's a great time to be into FPV, but with micros, there is not a whole lot of that. Kebab has done a fantastic job in bridging that gap. I'm trying as hard as I can to bridge that gap here as well. My main focus, though, speaking of mission statements, I guess, my main focus for micros is from like a piloting standpoint. The thing in this hobby that I enjoy the most is flying. And with micros, we just don't have the gear. For a long time, we didn't have quality gear. That was the big problem. Now we do have quality gear, but we still don't know the right combinations. And that's something that I've always been really excited to try to figure out. Previous to this hobby, I was in motorsports, and in motorsports, it's a similar situation where everybody builds their car with a different setup of parts, and then you're trying to figure out how to make all those parts work together to get you a balanced platform that is not going to over or understeer on the corner entry, or in the middle of the corner, or in the corner exit, because those are three totally different dynamic states of the chassis the chassis itself, the suspension geometry, all this good stuff. So I kind of fell in love with that, and then tuning the chassis, tuning the suspension, air pressures, different tire compounds, all that stuff. Then you get out on the racetrack and see how it works, and try to refine it, and just, it was just this really, really fun process. Unfortunately, a very expensive process that I've brought right over into this hobby. And with 5-inch rigs, we kind of have it figured out. 2306s, 2207s with a 5-inch prop. You know, the pitch is going to be somewhere between a 3 and a 5, maybe 5.5 on the high end, and that's kind of it. With micros, we have 3-inch props with like a 76 pitch. We have 3-inch props with a 28 pitch. We have motors that are all over the goddamn place. We have KVs that are all over the goddamn place. We have 1S, 2S, 3S, 4S, 5S, and 6S. So, and I can tell you, as someone who focuses on being a good pilot, it makes a huge difference. Like, it doesn't make a huge difference at first. I would say, like, for your first probably year or so of flying, don't get super hung up on the technical stuff. Just stay in the air. Do whatever it takes to stay in the air. But eventually, you will notice a big difference between a proper battery, motor, and prop combination and a subpar setup. So that's one of the things that I really focus on and spend a lot of time thinking about is, you know, what's going to be a better motor for the GemFan 3028? Is it a 1505? Is it a 1406? Is it a 1306? Is it, you know, can I drop down to a 1306 and save a little bit of weight and forego a little bit of stator width? What if I go over to a biblade? I mean, there's just a million different variables, and yeah, that's one of the things that I really am having a lot of luck with figuring out is those combinations of motors to props to batteries to frame to geometry to tuning to filters to all the other nonsense we have to know about it. So there you guys go. Let's do some giveaways before I forget, because I'm on a rant. But I love that question, Mr. Blair. I should be thinking more about that, because a mission statement is a good thing to, like, start the stream with, get onto... I guess I have somewhat of a mission statement over on the Patreon page, but, you know, the Facebook page, Instagram page, it'd be nice to have a little elevator pitch for that. All right. For UFPV, let me just get this one out of the way. Do you know if TBS is sending out Tango 2s anytime soon? I have no idea. TBS is not on my radar at all. The only thing of theirs that I use is the Crossfire micro module, so I'm not the guy to ask, unfortunately, about TBS. Sorry. Jesus. Waited more than a month. That's rough. Sorry, man. That just keep following up. Hit them on Facebook. Hit them on through email. Don't badmouth them. If you badmouth them, that'll be a good way for you to get ignored for even longer. So, yeah, don't do that. Okay. And come on. The chat did the thing again, of course. There we go. All right. Holding the chat there. We're going to come back to that. I've got a window somewhere here with the giveaway stuff. Where is it? Hey, there it is. Okay. Along with 7,000 other things. That's not gone well. Let's get those out of here. Let's not get those out of there. All right, let's do a little pilot spotlight action, and I forgot about it again, so we're going to do it live, which is kind of cool because I've realized doing this live in my subscriptions basically incentivizes people to get new edits out. If I'm going to pick a pilot from the most recent edits, then you got to be putting content out. So there you guys go. If you're wondering how to get picked for this, put awesome edits out around Monday or Sunday, because those are the ones that I'm going to see. So let me minimize this and pull this up here. We're going to go left monitor with the zoom mic. Hey, that's still, still working. Scarecrow's got one, and JR is a super cool dude. We're going to jump into JR. Pilot spotlight for the night is Scarecrow FPV. If you've ever seen an awesome image taken, a still image taken of a piece of FPV gear, chances are JR took it for you. He's worked for Rotor Riot, Newbie Drone. He's now with Flynoceros, I believe, last I heard. Phenomenal photographer, awesome person, great pilot, and you guys should hit his channel and get his subs up over 200. Let's, yeah, there's our goal. He's at 173. Let's get him over 200 tonight. Here comes a link to his channel. If every one of you doesn't subscribe, I'm just going to cancel the stream forever. So there you go. I'm holding you guys hostage. Let's take a look at Bandolerium, a freestyle FPV short. I haven't even watched this, and it's probably too short for me to get the stuff that I need to get done with the giveaway. So chances are, after this plays, I'll play Building Nothing Out of Something, an FPV short. So we'll go a minute 55 and a minute 30, and that should give me enough time to to do this thing. Although, let me do something real fast. If you guys ever wondered why every time when I start the thing, the pilot spotlight, that it gets all juddery, it's because I forget to do what I'm doing right now. So I'm just my old struggling 11, 12, 13-year-old Power Mac can't do a million things at once. So we have to adapt, and that's what I'm doing right now. So let me just keep hitting buttons here. I'm almost done. One more clear. There it is. All right, we're good to go. Shouldn't stutter that bad. Probably still stutter because, you know, old computers and all. Here we go. Enjoy. Ooh, that B-roll, son. All right, let's hit the next one. Actually, before that, that is such a perfect... I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but that's such a great example of matching the music to the video. So take note of that. That's really important. Like, you might... There was a... Before I was watching it, I was like, that's an interesting song choice, and then I looked over, and it totally made sense. So, yeah, that's a secret right there for you guys. The way I do it is when I'm editing in Premiere, I just let Spotify roll. I have a big-ass playlist in Spotify with all FPV-ish jams, and I just let it roll on random the whole time, and eventually a song will come up that'll match the editing that I'm doing. And JR did a really good job of that there. Here's the next one, building something out of nothing, building nothing out of something, an FPV short, Scarecrow. Woo! Yeah, buddies. Good timing, JR. That was perfect. I am done. Let's roll some wheels. We're going to do 8 tonight. 8. 8. Maybe 9. Maybe 9. Who the hell knows? Now, we'll do 8. We'll do 8 tonight. Now what do I do? I pull this over here and we click some more buttons and things are great. Everybody get... Wait, no. I'm going to check... I'm not going to do the wheel... How about that? I'm not going to spin the wheels until JR has 200 subs. All right, he's at 184.
Oh my god.
So, it's on you guys. I'll click refresh. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to look right at you. Not him. You. He's still at 184. I don't know what you guys are doing. Wait, maybe there's not enough people in here. Hold on. I'll be fair about this. I'll be fair. No, I'm not going to. Do you guys really think I was? Crazy. All right. Let's get the goat ready. Where's the goat? Here's the goat. All right. The goat's ready. Okay. I haven't done these in a while. I might be a little rusty. Let's, okay. We've got our Baby Yoda stickers ready. Look at this, though. Look at this, though, guys. Look what's happening here. It's getting kind of thin. There aren't a whole lot of Baby Yodas left. I guess the Mandalorian obsession is kind of wearing off. So, first up, we're going to do the Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier. I'm going to try to rip through these a little bit quicker than I normally do. I find it to be unusually fun to do these, but we got stuff to do. So I'm going to try to start just blasting through these. Okay, I just have to close this over here. Here is the first wheel for the tiny stuff. Tiny things. What are we doing? Let's go prop packs tonight. First up is the props that you want for your toothpick. The Hurricane 3016 by 3s. These are the ones, in my opinion. This is it. This is like the lightest. It's a tri-blade. It's just awesome. Beautifully balanced. This is like 4 or 5 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets. One of every color. Pink, blue, yellow, smoke, and yeah, so 4 sets. There you go. Toothpick Tiny Whoop giveaway. Let's spin the wheel. Here we go. Who shall it be? There's so many people on this tier that it can't even put the names up until afterwards. Nicholas Magolan, you have won, sir. I will message you on Patreon. Congratulations. You got yourself the best damn toothpick props around. I need to write things down. I'm learning. Oh my god, that's true. Look at this little notepad I got. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Kristen found these. Look how cool they are. A little matchbook. But it's a little notepad. Oh, I was looking for... Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was people I'd written down. It's a shopping list from Chris. And they're sticky. Look, they're sticky and they rip out and they're great. Okay. Who? Nicholas. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna spin it again because we're doing 2 of each. Yeah. I definitely need to write it down. Let's just go. I'm just gonna start numbering it. 1. Nicholas Magolan. All right, cool. We're going again, but this time, it's going to be for the bi-blade lovers. If you've got slightly smaller motors, these are the props you want, in my opinion. These are the GemFan 3016 by 2s. A little bit less. Wait, no, these are 3018. I thought. Yeah. 3018 by 2. A little bit of extra pitch. But 1 hole less blade. And again, every single color. Yellow, orange, smoke. So less colors, but there's a whole bunch more per each package. There's like 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 per package. So whole bunch of these GemFan bi-blades. These are the other toothpick props that you want. Let's see who... Oh, wait. All right, so Nicholas, you won the try. Oh, God, I'm butchering this. Try And then we're going to go bi-blades. So we're rolling for the bi-blades. Who's it going to be? Oh, proof of life. Let me give you guys proof. I haven't had the audio on the whole time. Son of a bitch. Jay Stoller wins the bi-blades. I wonder how much of that got covered up by me having the desktop audio on. What was I saying? I don't know. I was saying things probably weren't that important. Jay Stoller, congrats. You got 3018 GemFan bi-blades coming to you. I will message you on Patreon. So bi-blades are going to Jay Stoller. Stahler. Congrats, brother. All right. Put these aside. And next up is the 3-inch micro brushless tier. First up, we've got a Runcam Racer 2. Is this the one that I opened to look at? Yeah. Look at this little guy. Look at that little guy. This is my preferred micro cam at the moment. I'm a big fan of Runcam. I had a little... I was all about Foxeer for a while, and then I just kind of changed camps over to Runcam, and I've been super happy, mainly because of the Micro Eagle. But these little racers are awesome. This is the same thing as the old school purple Sparrow Micro, which I absolutely loved, and that's the camera that's in my V1 Acrobrat. So let's hit the second wheel. Here's your proof of entry. There you guys go. First page, second page. Let's spin it and find out who wins it. Runcam Racer 2. I believe that it will be Robert B. McManus. Nope, it's Short Circuit. Short Circuit, you have won a Racer 2. Congrats. I'm going to write you down. Racer 2 is Short Circuit. Can I read that? Yeah, I can read that. All right, next up is going to be... All right, hold on. I wanted to find something else for this one. It's going to be a frame, and I had something in mind, and I just forgot to grab it. It's going to be a frame as well as a Vaz Ion. This is a really cool little antenna because it's one of the only Omnis that I'm aware of, or CPs rather, that... So most of the circular polarized, they try to get the donut of coverage to be as like even as possible, top to bottom to left to right to forward to back. Vaz, for these ones, they flattened out the donut a little bit and they widened it so it's got better coverage forward, backwards, left, and right, and a little bit worse coverage up and down. So this is really good for a more long range kind of setup, or if you just don't find yourself flying directly above your head a lot. You're obviously not flying below your head very often, hopefully, because that would be very painful. So this guy and this little full speed frame, I actually don't know what the name of this frame is, but it's a cool little frame, and it's got a little piece of TPU there, a little antenna thing, all custom bent. Yeah, neat little frame. Get you some... I don't even know what prop size this is for. I think this is for 2-inch. It certainly looks like a 2-inch frame. Yeah. So a little cool full speed RC 2-inch frame. Let's see who gets it. I think it's going to be Patrick Scott. Wait. Oh, God, no. Rough night, guys. Rough night. Matt Walsh, you've won it. Matt, you're now forced to do a 2-inch build, or you can just resell it. But you get you an awesome antenna as well. Congrats, brother. Let me write this down. 2-inch frame and antenna. And we got Matt Walsh. Congratulations. All right, sick. Got that knocked out. Now we move on to the 5-inch tier. And we're going to do a flight controller and a frame. What do you guys think about that? Oh, God. Wait. Where'd the other thing go? Where'd the Racer 2 go? I put it over here. Why did I put stuff back there? Why do I always put stuff over here? It's a strange choice. 5-inch tier giveaway. First things first. Rotor Riot control board. I actually really, if I ever built an individual ESC 5-inch rig, this is the flight controller that I would choose. And my reasoning behind that is, this flight controller is not just soft mounted, like it has the regular soft mount gummies like we're used to, or grommets or bumper. There's so many weird little names. But the little grommets that go, the little grommets that go in the mounting holes, right? So that's usually how boards are soft mounted, so they can jiggle there. When you build a board for individual ESCs, the problem is you've got a whole bunch of, when you do this without a separate PDB, I should say, you've got like 3, 6, 9, 12 minimum 12 wires hanging off, and then 2 big old battery leads hanging off. So all these wires connected to the board, they're going to try to hold it in place, and the board is not going to do as good of a job of moving around and absorbing some of the vibrations, right? So what Rotorite did, and this is a design that I forget who did this first, but they've also put the gyro in. I almost said Jello, gel. So they've gel mounted the gyro. So you've got 2 different methods of soft mounting going on, and in my opinion, that's a really good idea if you're doing an individual ESC build with just a flight controller without an individual PDB and then a flight controller on top. So yeah, this is, in my opinion, the best of the flight controller options for individual ESC builds. And I say that with absolutely no certainty whatsoever because I haven't done one yet, as I just mentioned. But in theory, it would be good. It would be real good. And there have been multiple times where I've seen this in my giveaway bag where I've been like, I should just do one of those builds. But no, I've recently decided that I'm going to build the same rig over and over and over again, and that's what I'm doing. And this does not fit into that formula. So one of you guys gets it, and you can have fun doing something cool. So let's see who's going to get it. Will it be Matt Walsh again? Oh, God, no. Why am I so bad? There it is. Ben Watt. Nope. Oh, Andrew Hall snags it from Ben. Sorry, Ben. Andrew Hall, you've won yourself the... Wait. I'm spinning the wrong wheel. It's been a long day, guys. That's fine. This is the right wheel. Oh my goodness. We've gone off the rails. Patrick Scott wins. No, Thiago Ramos wins. I have to ship to Brazil again. God damn it. Wait, no. I haven't shipped Thiago yet. Yes. Thiago, congrats. You've got riot control coming to you, as well as whatever the last thing that you won was. I was all ready to ship them out, and then the virus hit, and I don't want to go to the post office right now. I think what I'm going to do is go after hours and bring like a super soaker filled with bleach and just hose that son of a bitch. And then they've got the little self-service machine, so I'll bring in like one of those big long washy things that you wash like pickup trucks with, and I'll just wash the self whatever, dude. We've all got the virus. It lives for 2 days on smooth surfaces. You can't tell me that shit didn't spread everywhere. I went to Target to get milk. I'm screwed. All right, let me write this down. Riot control to Tiago. For anybody that's wondering, overseas shipping is expensive, and the deal is I cover $5 worth of the shipping, and then If you're overseas, you can just say whatever. You can just say whatever. Of course, I don't know why I just said that. You cover the rest. I cover 5, and then I let you know afterwards, and whatever. It's fine. No big deal. Tiago, I'm writing your name down so I don't forget it. And there we go. Cool. One more. And it's a frame. What do you think of that? It's in here. I don't know why I didn't get it out. Not only is it a frame, though, it's a frame with a mystery flight controller, a mystery PDB, and mystery ESCs. So, yeah, it's a race frame. It's not a race frame I've ever seen before, but I haven't seen many race frames, so it could very well be something popular. And yeah, this was sent to me by a patron, and he just said, dude, do a giveaway with it. And I love that. That is just super cool of you guys. So, yeah, got a little PDB. It's got an OG. I think I looked up the flight controller, and it was an F4? Yeah, it's an F405 flight controller. I don't know who makes it, but that's on you guys to figure out. And then these individual ESCs, which I don't know who makes them either, but they're 20 amp, so I know that. So you're not going to build a huge fire-breathing rig with these ESCs, but here's the deal. A 20 amp ESC, if you treat it right, will absolutely put up with a 2306 motor. I wouldn't run like a high KV, but like a 2500 KV 2306 all day on these 20 amp individual ESCs, especially if you can get it onto RPM filters, which these will do because they're BLHES. So a couple bucks to JESC, and you could win some races with this. I would not be surprised. Cool little setup. It does look like it's going to really want a full-size camera in here, but you can find those cheap nowadays. So a little basher race rig for you guys. Get you going. Let's see who's gonna get it. I think it's gonna be Bandalorian. Who shall it be? It's Dino De Laurentiis. Dino, congratulations. You've got yourself an awesome little basher racer, cool little framey deal, jib jab in the schmip schmop. I will message you on Patreon with the good news. Frame. I'm just going to say build. No. Built. Whatever. I drew a little picture of a quad. This is we've gone crazy. And that was Dino De Laurentiis. Hey, I squeezed it all in there. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! Your boy got tiny little handwriting tonight. Okay, let's do some super chat giveaways. Although, if I do that, I'm going to lose my place in the chat. So let's do this instead. I'm going to rip through the chat as quick as I can, and then we will hop over. No, that's stupid. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab your guys' questions and dump them into a text edit document as if I'm a person that knows how to use a computer. Okay. Ooh, that's a good question. Leviathan. I like that one. Ooh, Crunk's got a good question too. Oh, come on. Bring the... I didn't copy and paste properly. Okay, we got that. We got that. We got this. We got that. Okay. Killer B's putting the TBS fan control on his Fat Sharks. That's cool. I always thought that thing was super cool. Tiago says, amazing idea. Live reviews. Don't forget to give a heads up. Yep, I will schedule them for sure. Copter 612. Ooh, that's a good question. Okay. I want to talk at length about that one. And use at... Oh, Jake, thanks for telling Big Willie that. Mongo, Techno FP will make you busy. Last stream you said you're going to fix my turtle mode. If I show up at this stream, can you help? Yes, I can, Mongo. Last stream you said you're going to fix my turtle mode. Okay. I don't know who asked that question, but I will figure it out. once I go through these. All right. TechnoFPV says Emacs Eco has a steel shaft, and I've never had issues with it. Yeah, steel shafts are plenty strong, just not quite as strong as titanium, for whatever that's worth. And, all right, scrolling down, it just did the thing, and now I lost everything. YouTube, I'm going to light your hair on fire. Tiago says do a toilet paper giveaway and get super rich. The shipping would kill me, though. All right. I think that's Leviathan asking the question again, or that might be Levitate. Crunk says, spotlight me. Too late. I didn't scroll down enough. Blame YouTube. Don't blame YouTube. It's my fault. Jake Schuyer says, can you say my name without going up? Not properly, as you just found out. Looks like Killer B got that fan switch on there without lighting the house on fire. Good job. Tiago, no worries, just don't get sick. Deal. Ty K says, dude, just ship with PayPal to print at home for less. I don't know what we were talking about. Just go car washer without the car. Oh, I know what we're talking. Yeah. Ty, yeah, I need to get I don't have a paper printer. I've had a paper printer window opened on Amazon for like a month to figure out a cheap one that I can buy. Crunk says, get yourself uBlock Origin. I haven't seen internet ads in years. Ah, yes. I don't have a problem with internet ads. For UFPV, hey bro, sorry, where should I get a hold of you for the giveaway? So the super chat giveaways that we're about to do, you guys have to get in touch with me. But for these Patreon giveaways, one of the other big reasons I do them on Patreon is so that I can get in touch with you guys, right? Like, you're on my Patreon, so I have an ability to message you within Patreon that dings an email to you. So it makes doing giveaways a lot less of a nightmare because they can be a real pain in the ass. TechnoFPV says, I'm the one with the turtle motor shoe. Awesome. I'm at the bottom of the chat. So, first up, one of our newest sponsors. I lost it already. Where is it? There it is. One of our newest sponsors is Tiny's LEDs. Tiny's LEDs, I've always dug what they've done. It's all about quality for them and listening to what people want. And that's huge, especially in like a niche within a niche within a niche, which is what we are. Yeah, you got to listen to what people want and make what they want. I'm taking these sweaty ass socks on. Foot's itching. Proof that it's my foot. I'm not beating off in the stream. There's my foot. Yeah, so Tiny sent us a ton. Look at this. Hold on. I left these here. He's like, all right, I'll send you some stuff. I'm like, oh, great. Look what he sent. This is... Okay. He sent us a huge bag of his LEDs. I'm the worst. I put a picture up on somewhere. Go find it. Good luck. If you can find the picture, then you'll know, and I won't give you anything. Sorry. Thanks, Billy. I appreciate it. So yeah, what is this still doing here? Get out of here. Get out of here. I need the space. So what I did is I broke them up into like little prize packs, and we'll do one a week, every week. So this is two. This is 2 full sets of race wires in various colors, and then some 20 gauge wire for you guys, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess I should like know this, right? 4 of his regular LEDs that you just send VBAT to. So here's something important though. Here's something important. Here's the secret. Oh, did you guys get him up to 200? Nice. Oh no, okay, it's crunked. On the backs of these, let me rack focus here for a second. On the backs of these regular ones, the non-race wires, if they look like this, if they say FPVC on them, this is up to 4S only. If they say... Okay, never mind. They all say FPVC on them. I forgot. He only sent like one little... now that I think about it, I remember he only sent one little tiny bag of the 6S ones, which I kept because I needed them and they were in purple. So sorry, guys. But these regular little ones that you send VBAT to, these are up to 4S only. But these race wires will take up to 6S. Well, let me make sure. 3,000. Yep, these will take up to 6S. So you'll be good on the race wires. The way I like to put race wires on is I only put the LEDs in the rear. So if you do that, then you'll have enough race wires for 8 builds. No, 4 builds. Jeez. It's been a long day. I had to get like everything at work ready for me being off for 4 days. So I was like full McGillicuddy for the entire day. So yeah, let's do $2 to get in to win these little glip glops, this little pack of Tiny's LEDs. So you got to do a thing down over. Wait, where is it? Over here? Wait, there? No, wait, there? Yeah, there. Super chat $2. If you do $4, I'll put you on the wheel twice. $6, I'll put you in 3 times. $8, don't do that because I don't even know if this is $8 worth of stuff. But yeah, $2 will get you in. I'll put you guys on the wheel, and we'll see who wins some Tiny's LEDs. Thank you, Tiny. Your LEDs rock, and I've used them forever, and they've always been killer. So let's do that. Mr. Blair, I did autocross and track day shenanigans for better part of 10, 11 years or so. I was an autocross instructor for about 6 or 7 of those years. And got roped into doing track day stuff here and there, but mainly autocross because that's all I could afford. How about you? You sound like you got a motorsports background as well. All right. While I'm waiting for the delay to catch up, I will show you guys something else fun. Maybe. Oh, if you haven't seen it yet, here is the final form of my transmitter with the wonderful CiottiFPV grip tape on it. This is the so there's 3 different colors of limited run CiottiFPV CiottiFPV grip tapes that he's doing. This is the first one, then there's like a more solid purple, and then there's a purplish blue color change. So that's what's coming up there. The stickers, for anybody interested, are from Brain 3D. They make good flight controllers and awesome stickers. And yeah, I just went ham on it, and I tried to do like a do-it-yourself at home. You know, you don't have to have an airbrush or go ham sending a shell away to have it hydro dipped or anything like that. And I think it came out pretty damn good. I really like it. Yeah. What else is on this? The Crossfire. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Crossfire micro module. Broken screen. That's a feature. There it is. Look at that. Nice and broken. And there was something else. Oh, it's got the Crossfire mod internal. No, there was something else though. Oh yeah. The grips. These rubber bastards. After a while, they get very yellow. From our disgusting greasy hands. So I bought RIT dye and I boiled it 1-to-1 ratio with water on the stove, and then dropped these. Initially they're gray, but mine had turned yellow and now they're black. So yeah, little bottle of RIT dye on the stove, boil it up, look up tutorials on how to use RIT dye with like rubbers, and you can get yourself much better looking back grips here on your transmitter. For the record, getting these rubber grips off of the plastic is very tedious. It's totally doable, but it is very tedious, and if you don't take your time, you'll screw it up. So if you go to remove these on a QX7, because that's the only one I've ever done it on, be careful. Take your time. Take a lot of time to do it right, because if you screw it up, it's bad. I won't get any more into it unless you guys want to message me. It looks like the wheel thing is good. Looks like it slowed down. So let's start adding some folks. By the time I add the last person, it's closed because I click the button and it spins and spins and spins and spins. So let's go over here and we will go monitor zoom mic, and we will change the wheel diameter to 1200, and we will just start typing. First was the man that I love to see do things on Instagram, and Kristen likes to hear me to say his name.
Daniel Sarmiento.
There it is. You guys might not have heard it, but it's Daniel Sarmiento. Kristen helps me with the giveaways, and she thinks that, well, the packaging and shipping and all that fun stuff. And the one day she said to me that Daniel Sarmiento's name is just beautiful. And I don't really think of names as beautiful or not, but I don't know. Maybe if I did, then I'd probably think that it was beautiful.
It's a nice last name.
It's the last name that she really likes. She really likes the last name. Daniel, she can take or leave.
Stop.
I got yelled at. Thanks, Dan. You got me yelled at. Private Island is next. Then we've got Tiago. Ooh, he's getting in twice. He's going for it. Tiago, and then double Tiago. And Roscoe is being very negative and saying he's never going to win. Well, so now Roscoe is going to win. It's 2 S's, not 2 C's. Not that it matters at all. And we've got Euro getting in on the jams. Nope, that's a T. And Market Zero, one of my favorite YouTube names. And I think I saw a question in there as well, but let's keep going. Nathaniel LaBouffe is wanting to get in on the LED game so bad that he is getting in twice. There it is. Nathaniel, you're in there twice, and I think that is it. Was there a... Okay, no, I think we're good. Cool, it's closed. We're going to do one more after this. But for right now, I'm going to click this button over here, and I'm going to click this button over here. And then I'm going to click this button, and I'm going to make my mouth go like this. Is that getting old yet? You guys sick of that yet? Oh my god, look what a bad job I'm doing. I told you. There it is. Roscoe gets the Tiny's LEDs. I hope you need them, because you're never going to win again. So, Roscoe, it is on you to message me on something. I am CiottiFPV everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, Grinder, no, not Grinder. But yeah, it's on you. You got to tell me what you won. So Tiny's LEDs pack, you got to tell me your real name and your address. If you don't, I don't know how to get in touch with you. So yeah, it's on you, brother. Okay, I'm going to put these aside. And the next one, and our final giveaway for the night. Did we do that faster? Nope. 20 minutes. Took forever. But I enjoy it, so you guys just have to put up with it. Sorry. One of the other possible, potential, maybe new sponsors, still working on it, is Newbie Drone. They sent me a hat and a lanyard along with the FPV therapy giveaway that we did. So for anybody that doesn't know, one of our FPV therapy members had a, what's up, Brad? Had a, was going to be not super mobile for a while, and he joked in the Facebook group, I believe, that he needs to get his Tiny Whoop game up because he's a new pilot. And I went in there and I made an event, and I invited everybody but him, and I said, hey guys, any interest in a doing I keep wanting to say giveaway, but fundraiser for Gabriel to get him a Tiny Whoop so that when he's laid up for a month after this surgery, he can not, jump off a bridge. And a bunch of people were super cool. Tiago actually donated a lot. Huge thanks to you, Tiago. And I got that Tiny Whoop Newbie Drone Acro B brushless into his hands. What was it, yesterday? Yesterday, the day before maybe? No, it was yesterday. What's today, Monday? It was yesterday, yeah. So he's got it now. I expect all the YouTube edits and all the things from Gabriel ripping around in his house and just shredding his awesome new Newbie Drone Tiny Whoop. So huge thanks to Newbie Drone for the hat and the lanyard, and to everybody in FPV therapy. And there was 1 or 2 folks in here that did super chat giveaways to get him into a tiny whoop. And I think I saw in passing a message or 2 that it rips. So I think he's enjoying it already. Actually, he's in here. He's in the chat. So let us know how it is already. But yeah, we'll do a giveaway for this awesome little newbie drone hat with the red bottom and the snapback. Let's see who it's going to be. We'll just do it from, since they just sent this, we'll just do it for everybody that already entered. And no, I guess I can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
Because that's not fair for anybody new. All right, so yeah, we'll close it down $1 because I think that's as low as you can go in the super chat. So super chat for $1, $2 if you want to get entered twice, if you really want the hat, so on and so forth. Do it, and we'll spin it, and we'll lick it, and we'll stick it. That's a Frasier joke. Anybody else like Frasier, or am I just that fucking old? Frasier has been my favorite television series since it was on. So 20 years, probably? 30?
Yeah, 30.
Probably not 30 years. I kind of I watched it with my mother growing up. She loved it. And then in college, when did I jump back? Yeah, I guess it was in college. I kind of like rediscovered the show. I bought all the DVD box sets. It's one of the only TV series that I've watched beginning to end probably easily a double digit number of times, and it is just as funny today as it was when it was new. It's actually on right now. It is like the show that Kristen and I put on, and Kristen's fallen in love with it too. It's the show that we put on for just, I don't know, all the time. It's just like the background noise. It's a very smart. It's very smart comedy. It's sure there's fart and dick jokes in there. Not dick jokes, but there's fart jokes and there's slapstick stuff. But there's a lot of really sophisticated kind of humor in there, and I think that's why it doesn't get old. I think that's why it continues to be funny. Market Zero is looking for a hat. He has a naked head and it needs a hat. So he's the first one to get in there. So yeah, there's that. Pile of Carbon hasn't watched TV in so long and almost forgot it's a thing. I know what you mean. In the once every 2 months that I see network television, a commercial comes on, I'm appalled. Frasier is on Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah.
It looks better on Hulu though. Hulu is de-interlaced, so if you're gonna watch it and you have Hulu and Netflix, watch it on Hulu. If not, watch it on Netflix. It looks fine. Euro is trying to double down on Market Zero, and he's getting in for $2. I'm going to give this about 1 more minute, and then we're going to close it down. Oh, they did pull it. That's right. Netflix stopped it. Yeah, so just Hulu. You got to get Hulu, which is worth it. Hulu's great if you don't have it. What else can I show you guys? Ooh, I finally broke speaking of the newbie drone Acrobee, I finally broke one of the frames. I'd heard that the frames were destructible. I had maintained that they were indestructible. What I will say is that the frames that I've had for my prototype have been indestructible. So I don't know if maybe they changed something with these new frames, but this was a hell of a hit. This was a big full throttle hit into a door frame, and it hit like directly on this. So I wasn't super surprised that it broke, but this is the first cockroach frame that I've ever had break. I've been using the 6mm cockroach frames forever, and one of them even got run over by a car, and I was able to just bend it back straight. It didn't even break. But yeah, I hit this one pretty good. So not super surprised that it exploded, but they're not indestructible. I've said that they're indestructible before. So 30 more seconds on the hat. We've got Market Zero in for $1, Euro in for $2. Somebody's going to get the cheapest hat of their life. I should probably focus the camera on my big, stupid face. There it is. Terrific. Man, this thing flies so good. Can't wait for the stream to be over so I can fly it again. It's going to be 2 a.m. by that point. Not 2 a.m. It's going to be midnight by that point. Speaking of, I wanted to put this memory card in and show you guys one of the flights because something else interesting showed up today. Let's see if the computer can handle all these things that are going on. Ooh, Brent's getting in on the hat. All right, we're almost there. This'll give you guys another minute. Here we go. What do you guys think? Oh no! Don't you dare! First person to guess how I was able to get. What the hell's happening? Go onto the other monitor, you shitbird. Oh, it's because I have this full screen. Here we go. First person to guess what I used to collect this beautiful DVR wins nothing.
Gets an entry on the wheel for the hat.
Gets an entry on the wheel for the hat! My wife is a genius. Who's going to guess how I captured this DVR? You should be able to tell by the half-decent quality and previous streams. Okay, Krunk gets it immediately. Yup. It's a power play. Look at this thing, fellas. I put it on the... I'm not going to run it on the back of the goggles because I think that's just crazy, but I don't have a long enough cable. But I got a power play, yo. Look at this thing. It's so fancy. I cannot believe the quality of the DVR from this damn thing. And I'm also looking forward to seeing it in 60 frames. That's pretty cool. I'm impressed by this little thing. I shouldn't have waited so long to... I bartered with somebody, basically. We traded a bunch of stuff back and forth. And, yeah, it showed up today, and I am super digging it already. So, yeah. Because I've been having just a ton of fun with brushless Tiny Whoops lately. I can't believe the difference in performance of the brushless versus the brushed. So, Krunk, you get on the wheel. Roscoe Sticks, my email address is my last name, CIOTTI, 87, which is for 87. That's the year of my first car, at mac.com. There's some of our board games that I'm moving around. Formula D, Splendor up on top, Castle Panic, and the Carcassonne Big Box. And this is my apartment. I'm trying to get the cat out of there. This is where he hides. Old jerk. I think I run him down the hallway again. Gotta run this little guy. He's getting fat, man. Look at this thing jammed down the hallway, though. This is with the 20,000 kV motors. It just rails. I'm trying to get that little look back thing. I always hit the ground afterwards. I've got Happy Model 25,000 kV motors coming. That should be enough. And the crash is up here. The crash is pretty vicious. This might be it right now, actually. Yep, that was it. See, it hit just like nose down, full McGillicuddy on the right front, and now it starts making buzzing noises. And look at the yaw authority. Can we talk about brushless Tiny Whoops and the yaw authority being absolutely out of control? I have to drop like everything down on yaw to get the yaw to be not so snappy, so that it's a little bit more cinematic. All right, enough of that. It's just me being a crazy person. Oh, that's right. I broke that piece off, and I just kept on flying. Oh yeah, something absolutely insane happens that I wish was on purpose, but as you'll see in a second, it very clearly was not. I think this is it. Yeah, watch this. Did not plan that, but if I had, that'd be pretty dope. Let's see it again. Whoop! Woo! I love it, man. Tiny whooping is such just natural fun, and I don't know, it's awesome. All right, let's type some people's names in and give away a hat. Clearing some choices, scrolling up a little bit, and first person I'm going to put on is Krunk, because otherwise I will forget. All right. Got to be fast. Krunk was just all up on it. Krunk asking, do your batteries die really fast when you power the goggles, even with the 18... I don't know. I haven't powered the goggles off of it. I don't plan on powering the goggles off of it either. It is literally just for the DVR functionality. And I see some board game questions. We will talk about that in a second. Let's go Mark at 0. We'll just say Mark. And we'll go Euro 2 times. And Brent, you're getting in here twice. That is the worst typing of Brent that has ever happened. I'm going to start leaving the massacred things that I type in there. Apply to wheel. spin. No. We're not playing with these little ass wheels. That's unacceptable. Apply wheel changes, big wheel, hitting the button. Let's see who gets it. It's gonna be Brent. Brent, congratulations. You got you a hat. It's up to you to message me somewhere that you won the Newbie Drone hat, your first and last name, and your address. It's on you. If you don't do it, you ain't getting no hat. All right, everybody. Giveaways are done. Thanks for hanging. Bye-bye. No, just kidding. Now we can actually get some work done. Although, no. We need to get this chat thing caught up. Roscoe said preoccupied. Not Gmail. Mac.com. At Mac.com. Roscoe, I'm going to delete that message of yours in the chat because it's the wrong one. Ciotti87 at Mac.com. MAC. Or Apple or whatever. They'll all drive to the same place. Okay. I wrote down some questions and I want to talk about them because a couple of them were really, really good. And a couple other ones really sucked. No, I'm just kidding. Your guys' questions are all good because there's always 18 other people that have the same question. Here it is. Okay. Leviathan asked, do you have any Betaflight tips on making a 2-inch fly more like a 5-inch? Not a Betaflight tip, but what you have to do is you get your 2-inch and then you put your battery on your 5-inch rig and you just leave the battery strap a little bit loose and then you run it around the 2-inch and then you power the 2-inch on and you fly all around with your 5-inch and then you tell people that it was the 2-inch that you're flying around. That's how you got to do it. There's just no way. Unfortunately, 2-inch rigs suffer the worst of the non-tiny whoop rigs from a lack of development, to be totally honest with you. The best motor to prop combination I was able to find in the 2-inch world, and I'll do a little bit more research, I guess, when the Emax race comes, is an 1104 7500 kV motor or an 1105. Most 1104 motors that say 1104 on them, are actually an 1105 if you measure the stator. Doesn't matter, they're both good. So 1104 or an 1105, 7500 kV on 3S. Get the smallest, lightest 3S batteries you can find. That's probably going to be a 400 or a 450 mAh, and that's the best I've gotten a 2-inch rig to perform. After that, you're going to want to crank the PIDs significantly to try to get it to fly anything like a 5-inch. The big difference is going to be a complete lack of weight, where you're just not going to be able to throw it over anything. That'll be the biggest thing that makes it feel totally different than a 600 plus gram 5-inch mini quad. So yeah, that's my suggestion. 1104, 1105, 7500 kV 3S. Keep the build as light as you possibly can. Run it on the stock PIDs. Check your motor heat. If you're on my Patreon, click Tech Talk or PIDs in the word cloud at the top there. You'll find my PID RPM filter reduction strategy. You want to do that. And after that, you're just going to start going up with the P's and the D's by about 10 at a time. Your best way of doing it is to use the third slider down, the P and D gain slider, and you're just going to push that up like 0.1 at a time and make sure the motors don't get hot. Once the motors get hot, you're going to back it off. That's as good as you're going to get it. Build it clean. Make sure that the flight controller is soft mounted. Make sure your motors are not soft mounted, and run Emax props only. The Emax props are the only 2-inch props that are properly balanced. All right. Crunked asked, T-Motor 3140, are they your go-to 3-inch props? How about the HQ 3x4x3 V1S? HQ micro props really struggle with balance. The majority of them are just kind of okay in terms of balance. Some of them are horrendously bad. The 3x2.5, I believe it is, by 3. So I always recommend, especially with micros, to stay away from HQ props unless you absolutely have to have the most durable prop possible. That's really, in my opinion, the only reason to run So smaller than 5 inch, no, 2 inch, 2.5 inch, 3 inch. I'll say that HQ props. The T-Motor 3140s are my go-to for big motored 3 inch rigs. For small, like 220 plus all up weight grams, all up weight plus. Whoo! Sub 220 gram down to like let's say between like from 220 to I don't know 160 gram if your all up weight is in there. I really like the Gemfan Wind Dancer 3028s, or the no, just those. Those are the ones that I like, and I like those on an Emax 1306 4000 on 4S. That's my hot combo for 200-ish all up weight rigs. So there you go. But on a heavier rig, those T-Motor 3140s are a thing of beauty. I run those on a 1606 Emax motor, and they rip. And they're really strong. They're very, very durable. You know what? I haven't used them enough to say it, but I think those are just as durable as the HQ props. The other thing, those HQ 3x4x3s are actually going to pull harder on the motor than those T-Motor 3140s, I'll bet, because HQ's pitch number that they put always seems low to me. Like, so the 3x4x3s, they fly like a 3x5x3 to me. So yeah, I think you'll get a little bit more efficiency out of those T-Motor 3140s, to be honest with you. Copter 612 asks, think there are tricks that can only be done with heavy, high thrust rigs, like large power loops that require some serious throw, or just noob pilots that can't fly without the throw. Really interesting question / thought. Yeah, I mean, not so much moves that can't be done, but like gaps that can't be hit inverted or while sliding backwards, that kind of stuff. Extra weight gives extra momentum. So yeah, a heavier weight rig will literally carry farther off throttle. In my opinion, it's not that much of a difference that most people say it is, and that, to me, is kind of the only plus. Like, sort of the only reason to run a heavier rig is specifically I want to be able to throw the rig farther off throttle, inverted, backwards, whatever. Pretty much everything else lends itself to a lightweight rig, right? Like, we're flying. When it comes to aeronautics, weight is the enemy. Weight is the devil. And when I build with that in mind. I try to keep rigs as light as possible because I think the benefits to a lighter weight rig grossly outweigh the benefits to a heavier rig. They crash better. The PID loop doesn't have to work as hard. Man, today's the wrong day to be trying to think through all the advantages of this. I don't know. I think it's better. It's more accurate. It doesn't slide around as much, right? Because it doesn't have so much momentum when you're trying to do something tight and technical. It's why do 1S tiny loops really work well in the house versus 2S? It's because of weight. The less weight, the less momentum, the less it's going to slide and bash into stuff. So yeah, I really prefer 600 gram all up rigs, but flying 650, 700 gram all up rigs is hysterically fun. It's just I don't like the footage that comes out of it. It's a hoot, and the crashes make a hell of a sound. But for me, for producing footage that I like the look of and I like to make edits with, 600 grams all day, every day, baby, for 5-inch rigs. Great thought though. This is what I love about you guys. Like I love that I don't get a lot of these like what should I buy for a transmitter questions. Like these are the thoughtful questions that I love from you guys. We have a really interesting crowd. I feel here on Patreon, on the Facebook groups, on Discord. I love the questions that you guys get, and I love the thought that you guys are putting into these things. So keep it up, man. You guys rule. Like when I say that you guys are awesome, like I really do mean that. It's a really cool little corner of the FPV world that we've kind of carved out for ourselves here. by I don't know how. We just did. Good job, guys. Mongo FPV, quoting Techno FPV's question. Techno FPV asks, last stream you said you're going to fix my turtle mode, and then you didn't, you shithead. I hope you die, burn in a fire. What he actually said is, fix my turtle mode if I show up on this stream, can you help? So Techno FPV, tag me, and I don't have a better audience. I have a smaller, more tight-knit community than Joshua. And the way things are going, at some point I'll probably have hundreds of people in here. And oh, we forgot to talk about board games. Yeah, Carcassone's my favorite. That big box, that's my #1 board game. Kristen's favorite is Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride is probably my second favorite. Splendor is also really fantastic. Takanoko is another not super well known one that we love. What else? Help me. Carcassone's The Castle variation is a 2-player version of Carcassonne, which is awesome. Castle Panic is a fucking great cooperative game. That is arguably my favorite cooperative game. The other really good cooperative game I like is Forbidden Island. I don't like Forbidden Desert. It's a little too much. I like the cooperative games with new people. And the second version is rough. Rotten Tomato, I haven't done any of the online board games, mainly because the whole point for me, not the whole point, but a big part of the idea behind the board games for Kristen and I is to get the hell off of screens. We both work on screens for 8 hours a day. A lot of this hobby is on screens. We found Tabletop with Will Wheaton a number of years ago when it was just like brand new, just popping up. We found it because of the Guild. We stumbled across the Guild, and then Felicia Day, and then oh my God, what's the Geek and Sundry? God damn, that's bad. Found Geek and Sundry, and then found Tabletop through that. And that's what got us onto board games. And yeah, it's been... Oh, that's interesting. It's pushed your game group online. That's funny. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, for us, it's all about having something physically in front of us that we have to focus on and change our, all the things that not being in front of a screen are I don't know. I've lost it. We've gone off the deep end, folks. So, Techno, tell me what's going on. You just did. D-Shot 600 all the way already on. Switch in modes is configured. Don't know what's left. All right. So, the one problem that Betaflight used to have with turtle mode is if you put turtle mode on a 3-position switch with the beeper. So, have you done that? Do you have turtle mode on a switch that is also shared with your ESC beeper? While you type the answer to that, I need to plug a quad in to look at the modes tab for turtle mode, because I haven't had to troubleshoot it in a while, and I don't want to get it wrong. So, but not with the beeper. Okay, so you should be totally fine in that case. Let me get Betaflight up here. Are you remembering to arm the quad, and is your throttle at 0? Those are two other things that just popped into my head. Okay, got Betaflight up. Let's switch monitors here. Hopefully I didn't just kill the mic. Nope. All right, good. So, did notice that problem and fixed it one time. Okay, so you need to, for turtle mode to work, you need to have it flip over after crash. So first things first, plug in, get your radio powered up, props off, no battery on. You don't have to take the props off, just no battery on the quad. Your FC should power your receiver, and then what I want you to do is make sure that when you put the switch in the position that you think it should be in, I want you to make sure that this highlights in yellow. My transmitter's not on or bound to this quad right now, so I can't show you that. But, well, yeah, I can. So right now, the last state of this switch position is in the middle here. So that's why it's highlighting in yellow. It thinks that it's on. But if I take it out of range, it won't do anything. But if it's out of range, it won't be yellow. It'll be grayed out like this. So make sure that when you put the switch that you think turtle mode is on, it flip over after crash highlights in yellow. Then put your, if you're going to do this now, take the props off, plug a battery in, put that switch in that position, 0 throttle, you're going to arm it. When you arm it, in your OSD, it should say armed or turtle mode, or it'll say something. And then with your right stick, you're going to go into the corners. So the sequence for me is this switch into center position, arm with the throttle all the way down at 0. If it's not down at 0, it will not arm. And then you go into the corners with your right stick, and that fires up each individual motor. If you want to do 2 at a time, you're going to go straight, and that'll fire 2 at a time. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to troubleshoot. Are any of those things? Did you have an aha moment at any point just now of me telling you any of those things? Looks like you weren't arming it. Okay, cool. So yeah, when you flip it upside down, you're gonna disarm so you don't light your shit on fire, and then you're gonna flip it to the switch position. Make sure you're at 0 throttle, and then you're gonna arm. Oh, you have pre-arm. I don't know. I don't use pre-arm, but I'll bet you have to do the same sequence because you're you know what I'm trying to say. So I think you might right now, and there is a delay, but I think right now, post delay, you've just figured it out. I think maybe you weren't arming it when it was upside down. Because why would you? Because there's no info whatsoever within Betaflight to tell you that you need to do that. So I bet you that was the issue. If anybody else uses pre-arm, it looks like Rotten Tomato does, and called it out that you do need to use your pre-arm. I have a feeling you're over there turtle moding like a son of a bitch right now. So awesome. Hopefully that worked. If not, I don't know. Okay, so here's the deal with the beeper and the switch. I do think that they fixed it by now, but at some point with Betaflight, if you had a 3-position switch that you put, it was a very specific problem, of course. If on a 3-position switch, so a good rule of thumb is to put all your switches away from you. Don't change this if you're doing it, but if you're brand new, when your switches are all away, that's a good like default state, right? So when my switches are all up and away from my thumbs, everything is off, right? So when you would have your beeper here in the middle position, and then you would have turtle mode down here in the 3rd position, it would just get super angry. Like it wouldn't work. Turtle mode would not. Well, you know what would happen? Turtle mode wouldn't spin the props in the opposite direction. It would spin them in the normal direction to produce regular thrust, which makes turtle mode totally useless. Now, like I said, I have a feeling that they fixed this because it did eventually get reported. But I just switched it. So I made it so that turtle mode is here in the 1st position so that it works, and then the beeper is down here all the way down. And that fixed the problem. Unfortunately, I learned about this problem when I got a rig stuck on a roof on Christmas Eve on like a 10-story rooftop at a federal building in downtown Trenton, New Jersey. So that was interesting. But yeah, that was the deal. Like I said, it's probably fixed by now. What are you guys talking about? Beeper and switch. All right, we covered that. Should I remove them? No, I don't. Do it the way that I showed you if you have them on the same, and you'll totally be fine. But like I said, they probably have fixed that by now. How's it going, Techno? Are you good to go? Beeper is 2nd and turtle 3rd. Oh, well, maybe they didn't fix it. So yeah, reverse them. Maybe that was your problem. Although it sounded like, are you good? Is it working? I'm very curious if that was the problem. Man, if that's still a problem, that's scary because turtle mode not working. Turtle mode not working reliably is why I stopped flying race flight, to be really honest with you guys. It performed okay, and what delay are you talking about, 661? Countdown timer when I use pre-arm with turtle mode. What? That's weird. I don't know anything about that. I don't use pre-arm. I leave my throttle up a little bit as a second stage of arming when I land. So, yeah, turtle mode is for me a deal breaker. I will never fly another quad again without turtle mode. I lost that one on the roof. I did eventually get it back, and wow, it's still a problem. I'll be damned. I think it has something to do with D-Shot, to be honest with you. I think like maybe the beeper makes yeah, I don't know. There's something going on with there. The fact that it's still an issue means that it's not fixable, which kind of doesn't surprise me because it's such a strange issue. But there you guys go. There's a super, super weird, obscure turtle mode issue that you can now fix for yourself. It is 8 minutes. There are 8 minutes until midnight. So I guess we're not doing any building tonight or setup. So we'll do it tomorrow. I will... You fixed it 5 minutes ago. Yeah, the YouTube delay is brutal sometimes. Okay, so we will do a big long... Wait, we're good tomorrow, right? Yeah. We'll do a big long stream tomorrow. We will configure the new Acrobat Duo from the ground up. We will configure the hyperlow vert that Supercell donated for the cause for an upcoming 5-inch tier giveaway. And we will solder up a new set of motors to the 6S Glide. We will also solder up the Pacers to the 4S Glide. And I didn't think email addresses were case sensitive. I don't know if it's all lowercase. I've never had that be an issue. Interesting. I don't think it should be all lowercase. Yeah, I usually type it in all lowercase. Too lazy to hit the shift button. So Techno, the other thing you can do is just reverse that switch position. As long as your beeper doesn't hit first, the turtle mode will work fine. But for some reason, when you hit the beeper, it must be because it's banging the motors back and forth, and D-Shot's doing all these wacky things. If you go to turtle mode, it won't reverse them. But yeah, so that's how I fix the problem. It's 1 notch down as turtle mode, 2 notches down as beeper. That also works really well because usually when you crash, you just turtle mode back over. It's after you've failed turtle moding a bunch of times that you'll have to hit the beeper to go find the damn thing. So logically, it makes some semblance of sense, which is also maybe why you don't hear about it much. So yeah, let's see if there's another question or two that I missed. If I missed your question, do me a favor and just dump it right now, retype it, copy and paste it, whatever. Let's see if I can find one or two to round us out here. Mr. Sprinkles says the receiver UART on his 20x20 sucks, the worst name fucking ever for any product. F4 flight controller died. Would it be possible to use a different UART? It depends. It depends if they have another inverted UART on there. So you're going to go to... so put it onto another UART. It also depends on what receiver you're using, but just do this. Put it onto a different UART. See if it works. If it doesn't work, go into the CLI and you're gonna type... Is it invert? Hold on. Let me hook you up. Go into the CLI and type... I want to say invert. Get invert. There it is. You're going to type get invert, and that's going to show you all of the different items with the word invert in it. And the ones that you're interested in are not here. What? Oh, no, there it is. Serial RX inverted. So if you do that and it doesn't work, you want to go in here, you want to go to Serial RX inverted, and you want to turn that to the opposite of wherever it is. It's probably going to be off. You're going to switch it to on, and you're going to try again. And if that doesn't work, you're going to try a different UART. And you're just going to have to brute force it, basically, and just try the different UARTs, and maybe you can find one that works. Worst case scenario, go on to a LED pad, put it on the LED pad, and soft serial it. There's plenty of info on how to do soft serial on YouTube, and I think that should work for sure. I think you can soft serial it for sure. Don't quote me on that though. I've never done it. But yeah, all is not lost. Message me if you can't get it going, and we'll talk it back and forth. Let me scroll back down, see if there's a quick question or two. Depending on the receiver, uninvert hack on the... Ooh, good call, Tiago. Good call. Yeah, a lot of receivers will have a pin or a tiny little pad somewhere that's the uninverted S-bus signal, and that'll definitely work on pretty much any UART, as long as it's not an inverted UART. Man, I cannot wait for F4 flight controllers to just be long gone, to not have to deal with the inverted and uninverted shit. It is so annoying. Looking for questions. 3 more minutes.
I finished my bakery.
Oh, Kristen finished her bakery. Bring it here. We'll show it in the streamy. Kristen's new hobby is Lego, and it's awesome. And she's good at it, in my opinion, already. Turtle mode issue. Hold me for the giveaway. Dude, did we...
And it has a spinny cupcake.
It's got a spinny cupcake, guys. Alright, here we go. Let me try to not break this damn thing.
Oh, it's pretty stable.
Focusing the camera. Spinning it around.
Pretty stable.
Alright, here it is. Coming around.
And then the front.
Bakery.
It has a spinny cupcake.
Spinny cupcake. There's things... I'm knocking trees off.
Well, the tree is fine.
This thing. There's a little person in there. With a little... Man, look at that. Look at that. Look at that in there. Look at those. Look at that overhead lighting. Oh, yeah. There's a menu. Look at this. For her 30th birthday. There's a roof for her 30th birthday. She said to me, all I want to do is
30th. Thank
zoom
you
a
so
zoom.
much.
Is it? Did I get it wrong?
Yeah, you made me a lot younger.
What did I make you?
You made me younger.
What did I say?
30. I'm 34. I'm old.
Why do I think she just turned 30? What's wrong with me? Who just turned 30? Somebody just turned 30.
Somebody just turned 30.
I'm not crazy. Yeah, she said, all I want to do is zoom a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. And I said...
Sure.
You're supposed to say, just shake your rump, yo. Did you just catch that? Almost. No, she said, take me to the used Lego store that's south of Atlanta. I said, Lego! And we went to a used Lego store, and it was awesome. People come in and sell them their Legos, and then they put them in a washer dryer. Probably not a dryer, just a washer. In big bags to get them all clean and sanitary, and then you buy them by the pound. And it's super cool, and every town in the U.S. should have this because it's just awesome. It's 12 o'clock, my computer just said. Mr. H says everyone is 6 foot apart in their right... Wait, what? Oh, yeah, right. Nope. 661FPV is building a quad for a friend. He has a T16. I have a QX7. Does the T16 work with FreeSky 2.0 receiver firmware? I will be goddamned if I know. I don't know a single thing about T16, but I'll bet you 661, if you type that question into Google, it will give you the answer. Because there's just enough info out there where I think you'll be good. If not, post that. Join the Facebook group for Jumper, and I guarantee you somebody in there will have the answer really quick for you. Sorry, I don't know I don't know anything about the T16. Tiago knows it does not work with 2.0. Your friend is fucked. On that note, we will shut this mother down. Good question, 661. Sorry the answer was not what you were hoping for. Looks like we're good to go. Any last minute questions, get them in. Don't drop it. You just rebuild it. That's the point. If you're not watching the show Lego Masters on Netflix, you should watch it. It's super cool. I got another GoPro session. I snagged one cheap on eBay and got the warranty on it. So I can get rid of this one that, not get rid of, but I can return it and get my refund on the one that keeps not recording. And let me give you guys, I always try to end the stream on some raw footage. So let's see what's on this memory card. It'll pop up there. All right, here's some raw hotness, I've been told, for you guys. What do we have? Let's see. This is me driving. That's odd. Oh, it put them in the wrong order. All right. Ooh, you guys want some Beyblade nonsense? Oh my God, quiet. Quiet down. Quiet down. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some chocolatey Beyblade goodness. Hang on one second. Let me find a good little ripper session. I'm flying Beyblades for fun, and because I do want to get some reviews going, because there's no current reviews on Beyblades, and they're fun. Thank you, Rotten Tomato. I shall try my best. Come on. I was doing a lot of like testing movements because I was flying a different set of Beyblades on every battery. So I just got to find a little sequence where I wasn't just whipping back and forth, whipping my hair back and forth, as the kids say. My quard hair. All right, we'll just go to the first battery of that day because I know I spent a little bit of time just flying in that one. All right, here you guys go. I'm going to kill it after this. I will see you guys tomorrow, worst case, Wednesday. But should be tomorrow because I'm really excited to get some builds done. And that's unusual for me. So I want to just keep going while I've got it. Here we go. Going back to the beginning. Give you guys some raw, crazy Beyblade madness. And see you guys tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I'll see you then. Stay inside and don't get the plague. Laters.